Yeah, it's been some kind of quarter for sure that we've experienced in the second quarter of 2025. And it's had to be surprising in so many different ways. 4 days into the quarter, we get the so-called Liberation Day tariff announcement. A week later, it's pause. Many days, if not weeks, of wrangling over the one big, beautiful, now not bill. Time will tell whether or not it's uh, beautiful for sure, but it's certainly big. So time will tell what that amounts to. To even like war in the Middle East and our involvement thereof. You would have thought that the markets would have reacted much more meaningfully even than they did, although we had some historic data points to witness, one of which was the quickest recovery from a 20% decline from intraday highs, at least in the S&P 500, since the great, no, not the great financial crisis, but since the long-term capital management debacle of 1998. So it was a very swift decline, but more meaningfully swift recovery as investors look through maybe some of the tariff implications and what that might mean to the overall economy. And the same sort of reaction was also felt in the fixed income markets, where while investment grade credit spreads widened from a very low level, probably in the neighborhood of 20 basis points from where they began the quarter, they quickly reversed and are now tighter than where they began. Similarly, in high yield, and maybe more meaningfully, high yield spreads widened out over 100 basis points early in the second quarter, but now by the end of now into the third quarter, we're 50-ish basis points inside of where they started on April 1st. So it certainly has been a very dramatic quarter, lots of price action, but it's been swift, but particularly brief, and the ability to really take advantage of some of those dislocations was approximately a week's worth of time period in the second quarter. Otherwise, it was mostly a rallying point around the wideness of credit spreads, which were probably 1 week after the April 4th initial announcement on tariffs.